Markets trading cautious in trade, although you have the metal counters that are rallying. But one mid-cap stock that's on our radar today, Muthoot Capital, posted a steady set of numbers. Total income has grown 23% to 63 crores, while profits are up 12% to almost 7 crores. Let's discuss the quarter gone by. Joining us, R. Manomohanan, the CEO at Muthoot Capital. Morning, Mr. Manomohanan. Thank you for taking the time. First up, a steady quarter from Muthoot Capital, the stock reacting positively to it, up about 5% in trade right now. Before we get into the specifics, if you could just take us through the highlights of the quarter gone by.
Yeah, Muthoot Capital Services, we are basically into two-wheeler financing. We did a disbursement of 235 crores under two-wheeler financing this year, this quarter. And we have diversified slightly into business loans also. We did a disbursement of 80 crores in this quarter under business loans. The total disbursements were 315 crores. Comparing, if you consider the whole of the year, the total disbursements were 928 crores compared to 648 crores for the previous year. The revenue for the year was 229 crores compared to 191 crores previous year. For the quarter, if you take, it was 63 crores compared to 52 crores the corresponding quarter last year. The profit before tax was 35.45 crores for the entire year, and the net profit was 22.85 crores for the entire year. Our board met yesterday and finalized the figures, approved the financial statements for the year, and they also confirmed the interim dividend of 55% paid as the final dividend for the year.
Mr. Manomohanan, this is Hiral on this side. Now, in terms of the loan book, as we've seen in this quarter, the numbers have been pretty steady as compared to what we saw in FY15, where there was some amount of pain. So, if you could just tell us what is the total loan book in terms of where FY16 is concerned, and what's your target if you talk about FY17?
We had a loan book of 1,039 crores as on 31st March 2016. This was compared to 840 crores as at the end of the previous year. So, a growth of nearly 200 crores during this financial year. We are planning to exceed 1,500 crores next financial year.
So, if you could just tell us in terms of the loan book growth that we've seen, what is the section where we had seen higher traction which led to this kind of a loan book growth in this quarter?
We have been focusing on two-wheeler financing only earlier, but as I mentioned, last financial year, that is 2014-15, we started adding to our asset portfolio business loans also, and that has contributed substantially. Compared to 80 crores disbursements in 2014-15, this year we have been able to do a disbursement of 148 crores. And next year's plan is to disburse 200 crores under business loans.
So, at present, what's the breakup of the loan book like? How much is from business loans and how much is from two-wheeler loans?
Out of 1,039 crores, roughly about 200 crores will be from business loans, and the rest will be from two-wheeler loans, auto loans.
If you talk about geographical distribution, earlier we do realize that you had a lot of over-dependence in the southern markets. So, afterwards, last quarter, in fact, when we spoke to you, we did speak about, expanding in Rajasthan, Delhi, Haryana, as well as Punjab. So, how are these markets looking like, and what are the markets that you are seeing, higher potential, and are you looking to foray into other segments as well going ahead?
Regarding geographical expansion, as you rightly mentioned, we are already into the north. We are today present in 7 states in the north, but disbursement have started in a small way this year. Next year, we are planning to have a total disbursement of 150 crores in the northern states, primarily NCR, Punjab, Haryana, Rajasthan, UP, MP, and West Bengal. The next year's plan is to achieve about 150 crores, which we are confident of achieving in the north.
Right. So, attrition has been one of your major concerns, especially in the first half of this financial year. What's the outlook on that now?
Staff attrition is a concern. We have been able to reduce it substantially by improving the incentive structure and the salary structure. I understand there will be some amount of attrition, but to a great extent we have been able to address that.
So if you talk about the lending rates as well, they have been reduced substantially. So in terms of a company like yours, have you reduced your lending rates as well? And if not, are you looking at any reduction?
We have been able to, we have reduced our lending rates slightly in accordance with the market rates, but we have on the other side the cost of our borrowings also have come down, and as a result we have been able to maintain almost a steady net interest income.
Right.
The spread, we have been able to maintain almost a steady spread.
Right. And what's the outlook on asset quality like? Are you facing any particular stresses, or do you expect the situation to improve?
We had a small problem under NPAs. The previous year end we had an NPA level of 3.94%. But this year, as you are aware, all the NBFCs were required to move from 6 months norm to 5 months norm for NPA recognition, which added about 2.5% to our NPA percentage straight away. But we have been able to reduce the total NPA, and we have been able to reach a level of 5.21% gross NPA by end of this financial year. And next year we plan to reduce it further to 3.5%.
So talking about the credit cost, as you mentioned that the credit cost has come down in this quarter as well. In fact, if you talk about FY15, the costs were elevated because of the kind of pressure that you faced in the three-wheeler segment. So are you expecting the cost to go down further in the coming quarters, or would you be looking at maintaining similar levels?
Three-wheelers, we had a problem in under the three-wheeler segment as far as delinquencies are concerned, but we have stopped disbursing three-wheeler loans from 1st of April 2014 completely. And the balance portfolio, residual portfolio, in our books is about 20 crores only now. And going forward, this portfolio will be totally repaid or recovered by end of next financial year. As I mentioned, the portfolio asset is very low, and I can say that we are over the worst phase as far as three-wheeler is concerned.
Okay, and if you talk about the auto space as well, in FY16, two-wheelers did see a lot of pain. However, if you see in terms of your earnings as well, you have been able to get a good amount of growth level. However, in terms of FY17, the forecast by SIAM has also been pretty much positive, where in the two-wheeler space, they are expecting a growth of close to 3% for FY17. In fact, even in terms of the rural demand, that is expected to be better in terms of high monsoons forecast that has been expected to be better than the average as well. So what is your outlook for FY17? What are the kind of growth levels are you envisaging out of the positive commentary that we've heard so far?
As I mentioned, we are predominantly into two-wheeler financing, and we are active in the rural and semi-urban areas. One thing that we have found this financial year is that there has been a shift from motorcycles to scooters. There has been a marked preference by consumers for scooters compared to motorcycles. And last year, in October 2014, we launched our signature financing program, Ladies Only, where we are financing ladies at concessional rates of interest. So the shift from motorcycles to scooters, along with our thrust on financing of ladies, has given us good results. We were able to disburse about 192 crores under two-wheeler Ladies Only scheme in last financial year. So going forward, we anticipate substantial demand for our financial products, and we are planning our budget for next year is about 1,033 crores under two-wheeler disbursement, compared to 780 crores achieved this year. We are quite confident of achieving that.
Right, Mr. Manomohanan. Thank you for speaking to us this morning. So there you have it, the stock of Muthoot Capital reacting positively to those earnings numbers. The company also diversifying its loan book and targeting aggressive growth going into the financial year. Let's slip into a short break. Up ahead, talk some mid-cap trading ideas with Rajesh Agarwal of AUM Capital Markets.